Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that have been with me for a minute, you know who I am, and for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you will subscribe and set your notifications all on so you get the latest and greatest from me. But let me introduce myself. My name is Allie and I work for a large US domestic carrier based in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas right now. And I thought I'd sit down with you guys. I finally got a new camera. I'm excited, so excited. I finally splurged a little bit on myself and my channel and got the Canon G7X Mark II. I'm still playing around with it, so I may mess with the settings some more, but I think I've got it kind of where I like it. But anyways, today's video is going to be a little Q&A and kind of a makeup because I've been so bad because I haven't had a camera, or I should say I didn't have a camera when I went on vacation, which I mentioned we were going on vacation like 2 videos ago. Because I didn't have a very good quality camera, I didn't want to use my phone while on vacation with my husband, so I didn't really vlog like I wanted to. I just didn't feel like it would be up to my standards. Like I set high standards for myself with my channel. So anyways, but I will show you guys little snippets and stuff that we did and pictures and things like that here at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's get into this little Q&A, kind of very short and sweet. I went over to my Instagram and asked you guys basically anything, like ask me anything pretty much, like I'm an open book. So y'all sent me some questions, and then I have a couple more that I got from my YouTube channel that you guys have asked me, and I figured I'd just answer those. So here we go. The first one is, do you need to rent a crash pad if you live 2 hours away from the airport? The answer is yes and no. I would say yes, just to be safe, because scheduling, when you're on reserve, you're on call, and they have to give you, scheduling has to give you a 2-hour minimum call out time, and that's from the time that you have to sign in to the crew room. So you have to, let's say they call you 2 hours prior to, you know, your report time. Those 2 hours are your time to pack your bag, get your lunch kit together, drive to the employee lot, park, get on the bus, the employee bus, and have the bus take you to the terminal, which makes multiple stops along the way. And that process right there is at least 20 to 30 minutes, depending on if you're waiting for a bus or the schedule, you never know. So you always want to give yourself extra time. And then you have to get to the crew room. Well, first off, we have to go through our security, which is called KCM. It's known crew member for crew members. And sometimes you get randomed, which means you have to go from there to normal screening. It's a whole process. But you have to go through that, then go to the crew room and check in on our computers in the crew room. So you have to do all of that in those 2 hours. It can be a bit daunting. So if you live exactly 2 hours away, I would say get a crash pad, because you don't know, and then be at that crash pad obviously when you're on call, because you don't know what's going to happen, or there could be accidents. You know, you never know. You never know, and you never want to be late, especially when you're new. But that's probably the best way I can answer that. Let's see. Okay, so a few questions from Instagram. What COVID procedures do you follow as cabin crew? So we are required to make sure that everyone is wearing their masks properly, that everyone of age is wearing their masks right now since they're requiring it. 2 and older have to wear one at all times. If you're sleeping, you know, all that kind of stuff. So we pretty much just have to regulate that, make sure that we are making our proper COVID announcements, things that are basically standard and required of us as cabin crew for my airline. But that's pretty much it. I mean, obviously I try to wear gloves when I need to, like when picking up trash and stuff, which I already did before, and washing our hands regularly, obviously, and you know, just taking my vitamins and trying to not get sick. I already had COVID, so, you know, I'm good, I feel like. But anyways, that's pretty much the gist of the COVID procedures. From when you started to today, what are pros and cons of being a flight attendant? Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, so I would say my pros are how flexible the schedule is. Like, you can make this career and this schedule work for you how you want to. In April, for example, it's the best example I have because I had a line in April, which I've mentioned in one of my other videos. But in April I had a line and I had 20 days off. I did have vacation, so that helped a little bit too. But I had 20 days, which is, I only had 7 days of vacation. The rest of it was all my days off. So that's like what? 13? No. Yeah, 13 days off, which is a normal month. So I had those extra 7 days because they were vacation days and they were paid for, which was nice. So I had 20 days off. I worked 2 3-day trips and a 4-day, which honestly isn't a bad schedule. Like if I really didn't want to work that much, that would be what I would want to do on a normal basis. But I had 20 days off. Like that's a huge chunk of change. I was off for vacation, my mom's vacation, and my son's birthday in April. So you can really make this job what you want. There's flight attendants who don't work a whole month and then they work a month, or they work 2 weeks and they're off a month, or they work 2 weeks on 2 weeks. They stack their trips on top of each other to work a lot and then be off for a long time. So you can really make this job what you want. That is the biggest pro, in my opinion, the flexibility. And I mean, I don't bring the job home with me. I love that. My old job, or my career before this, I should say, it just was more stressful and you kind of brought it home with you, you know, and it's just less stress. You do your job, you come to work, you leave, and that's it. That's like 2 of the biggest pros, I have to say, honestly. And then the ability to travel, obviously, for free, or virtually for free. I mean, for myself, excuse me, I should say, and my family, my immediate family. So that's really, really nice. What else? I don't know. That's pretty much it for the pros. Cons, in the beginning, when you're junior or still pretty new with the company, you don't necessarily get holidays off. You don't necessarily get to get your first pick of schedule. Thankfully, I've pretty well been able to hold my my first pick for a while. But that's one of the cons, missing holidays. But it's not totally a con because you do get others. Like, you may have Christmas off but not New Year's. You may have Thanksgiving off but not Christmas. And even my dad, who was a pilot after working for 20-something years with his airline, he would still always work at least one holiday, one of the major holidays, either Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's. And he was only off for one of them. So, I mean, sometimes the schedule just works that way, you know, and it just works out to where it's worth it for you to work, because we do get paid a little bit more for working holidays. But that's probably the biggest con, is missing out on family events and holidays. It's definitely the biggest con, and just time away from your family if you're not used to it. How has your fitness journey been going? You look great. Miss you. This is from a friend, Greg. Hi. Thanks for asking me. Miss you too. And it's been a struggle. I have not been working out like I want to, and I've been really slacking on drinking my water, and I can totally tell, especially when I'm working. But I'm trying to just count my macros and stay healthier as far as my food intake goes and things like that, because that's where it really starts, you know. But I need to get back into like actually making myself be active and drinking my water. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good, slowly but surely. We'll see. My husband started in with me on it, which has made it a lot easier, because it's so hard when your significant other is not doing it too, and like you have to cook for yourself and like and then like worry about what they're gonna eat. It's like, if you know the struggle, you know the struggle. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. I'm thankful that he's kind of pushing me, and we're kind of helping each other with our weight loss journeys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Very short and sweet little Q&A. Pretty much it. Oh. And now I'm gonna show y'all a few snippets of our vacation, some pictures. It was gorgeous. We ended up going, drumroll, to St. Thomas. Well, actually, we stayed on St. John. We flew into St. Thomas and we went to St. John and stayed there for 4 days, and it was beautiful. The weather was perfect. We went April 7th through the 11th, 10th or 11th, I want to say it was. And it was gorgeous. The weather was perfect. It was cool in the evenings, but warmer, obviously, during the day. The beaches were just gorgeous. Oh my gosh, y'all will see here in just a second. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye for now. This is Frank Bay, so it's more of a rocky beach, but I wanted to come here. Ryan says it's really cool, and we've already found some seashells. Look, I found a whole shell in the rocks. And then I found this one, which is cool. I'm coming.